Steve, are we live? I don't know how to tell if we're live or not.
Jessica, I do believe we are live.
And welcome to the debut of our Wet Nose Wednesday. Steve and Jessica from WFLS on our live stream this morning with Allison Cleclamp. She's going to join us from the Stafford County SPCA. She's the intake and adoption coordinator from the Stafford County SPCA, and she's going to introduce us this morning to so many awesome animals that are up for adoption.
Yay.
Good morning.
Hey, Allison.
Good morning. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I love that we named this Wet Nose Wednesday. It's awesome.
Yeah. And again, the goal is to bring some awareness as far as the need to get some animals adopted, and also let's get some pairings done today, because I know that Allison, we're going to talk about a bunch of animals that they could really use some homes.
Yeah, and the way that you go through your process of adoption and everything, I know we're going to step through that because it's so unique to other SPCAs, but you're a no-kill animal rescue. So give us a little bit about the history of the Stafford SPCA first.
Yeah, so the Stafford SPCA started in 2009, and it was founded by Bill Hoyt, who is the executive director here. And the shelter itself is pretty unique in that we do not put any of our animals in kennels or cages per se. And that's due to largely in part because the building itself used to be an elderly retirement home. So each animal actually has a room as opposed to a kennel. So our dogs get their own room. Our cats are in community rooms. So they really have open range, and they're able to just, walk around and do those species-specific behaviors. So that's pretty unique about our shelter.
When you say room, it's like they have their own hotel room. They're big rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Like the entire room that someone used to have to themselves or they shared is for an entire animal. And we really set them up to look like homes. So within each room, there's a couch and, blankets, and it's chairs, and it's really just set up to look like a home environment to help them with that transition from moving to a shelter into a home.
Wow, they're living in style there. I mean, I know cat, dog, guinea pig wants to go to a shelter if they can be in a home, but for those that have to do a brief stay there, it sounds like they got the digs.
Yes, yeah, we make it a priority for their welfare to, be as good as it can be. So,
so who are you going to introduce us to this morning? Because I know you said that you actually have animals at your shelter right now that aren't quite ready for adoption, but you have a lot of animals that need forever homes.
Correct. Yes, currently we have 4 dogs and 16 cats. Ooh. So most of the cats, or all of the cats actually, are looking for homes. And then we have 3 dogs actually that are currently looking for homes. And then we have 2 that are almost ready to find homes. So I can, walk you through all of them if you want.
I think we should. And before we get to our first animal, can we get the COVID-19 protocols out? Because I know that everybody's doing things differently in this crazy world we're living in. So how's it working there?
Yeah, so in order to reduce, traffic flow and social distancing, we are by appointment only. So if you are interested in seeing who we have available for adoption, I encourage you to go to our website first because we're not doing walkthroughs. You can't just show up and walk through the shelter. Right. So go and look at them online. And once you see someone you're interested in, you can go ahead and fill out an application. And from there, we can set up a possible meet and greet.
Awesome. So meet and greet. Let's meet our animals.
Let's get to an animal. And our producer, Alec, would you like to throw a picture up there and we'll find out what our first animal is? It's almost like a mystery.
Right?
Who will it be?
Oh, who do we have?
Oh.
And click. There we go.
Allison, who are we going to meet first?
That is Brody. So Brendan's going to go ahead and get Brody and bring him up here. Brody is a 7-year-old American Bulldog mix. Mm-hmm. He is super affectionate, and he's a favorite here at our shelter because all he wants is love. And I think I gave you guys a couple of photos of him just giving some loving. When he meets you, he will just lay right on his back, expose his belly, and just lay there. He's really a rug with feet. He's low energy, so he is just, we got really lucky when we got him. So Brody, I think you guys are really gonna like him. He was an owner surrender from a previous shelter, and he has just been so much fun to have here. And let me go ahead and turn my camera around so you can see him.
We got a live shot with Brody.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see. And Allison, I know as much as you love Brody, your goal is to get a home for Brody. Like, you don't want him to stay in the shelter.
Of course, we all know that a shelter is not a natural environment for a dog. A home is. So as much as we love having him here, we really just want to find a home for him. So as you can see, he's super affectionate. He lives and breathes for pets and loves and all that, good stuff. So he is on the larger side. He's 76 pounds.
Okay.
But again, he is just a big teddy bear. So
Allison,
if you're looking... Yeah.
Would Brody be good to mix in with the population if there's other pets in the household?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we do not know how he is with small children. With cats, we potentially think it might be good because when we walk him past our community cat rooms, he doesn't show any signs of predatory aggression or any sign of being irritated. With other dogs, he does best with dogs that are submissive. So he would not be good in a home where there's a really dominant dog. He's sort of dog selective.
All right.
And somebody that's watching this morning, our live stream, that goes, oh my gosh, Brody's the dog for me. They can just go to StaffordSPCA.org and get all that information.
Yes, so go to StaffordSPCA.org and then click on adopt. And then from there, you can see his pet bio, his description, and you can fill out an application. And how our adoption process works is once you fill out an application, we look over it, we do a phone interview, and then if that goes well, then we go ahead and schedule a meet and greet where you actually get to come in and meet the animal and just sort of see if you click and mesh. And then the last step is the home inspection, where I actually go out to the home and make sure it would be an adequate environment for the animal. And then we can process the adoption. So that's our process.
It's a good process. I like it. Make sure the right animal gets to the right home. We're going to get to Scooby in just a moment. I think Scooby is our next featured animal. I do want to invite everybody who's watching right now, if you have a question for Allison about any of this, you can actually, during this feed, make your comments and we'll get them across the screen here and address any questions you have.
Yeah, it's Steve and Jessica from WFLS, our Wet Nose Wednesday. This is our debut.
Yeah.
And we're featuring the Stafford SPCA with Allison. So Scooby's up next.
Scooby's up next, and there's a picture of Scooby. Wow, he does look like Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby is an awesome dog as well. We're not entirely certain what he is. I think he is possibly Adobe mixed with some lab, but he is a high energy dog. So if you have an active lifestyle, Scooby is the perfect dog for you because he lives and breathes for the game of fetch. Our staff will go out in our play yards with him, and the staff's arms get tired before he does. He can just go and go and go. And so he is a great dog. He is about 3 years old, we estimate. He's about 65 pounds. So he should be coming in. Oh, here he is. Let me go ahead and...
We're going live.
This is Scooby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he has a very short attention span. But as you can see, he's very high energy. So anyone who... What was that?
I was just gonna say that's important when people are looking to get a pet and bring one home. You gotta take lifestyle into account. When you've got a dog like Scooby here, he's got a lot of energy. He's gonna need some room to run. He's gonna need to get out and get walked. This is not a stay indoor and watch Netflix kind of dog, right?
No, this dog is essentially the opposite of Brody, in that Brody doesn't like to move too much, whereas Scooby, he's going to need more of an experienced owner that can really handle all that energy. Sure. And, can get him out and give him what he needs to be happy. So that's Scooby.
He's a showstopper. Look at that. Next up, we've got Zuzu. We want to get as many as we can featured here because we want to find homes for. Oh, look at that dog! Find homes for as many as we can. Tell us about Zuzu.
Zuzu is a blue nose pitty. She's also about 3 years old, around 60 pounds. She is super affectionate. We currently are sort of in limbo with Zuzu because she was an owner surrender, and then shortly after we got her, she started limping. And so we are getting that checked out by a veterinarian, and we're thinking she might need either ACL surgery or a knee surgery. So we are currently accepting applications for her, but right now we're sort of waiting to hear back from the vet for what surgery she's gonna have. But she's a super affectionate dog. She loves people. She's a power chewer. So if you adopt her, make sure you have lots of strong toys for her to chew on. She's kind of our office dog. We'll bring her up here in the morning while we're working and just sort of let her do her thing. She sits on her bed and chews and greets everyone. And so she's really just sort of overall a great dog. And here she is.
Oh my goodness.
He's the power chewer.
Allison, knowing that Zuzu needs that kind of surgeries, is that something that you wouldn't adopt her out until after that was taken care of by you, or would you adopt her out before and then just tell the owners that that's what they would have to do?
That's a great question. No, so we want to fix our animals and make sure they're as healthy as possible before we put them into homes. So that's certainly not something we would pass on to the future owners. So we are going to want to fix her up first. And then hopefully we'd find someone shortly after the surgery so they can help with, rehab and stuff. But no, that's certainly not a cost we want to just put on someone else. We're going to go ahead and take care of that.
Oh my gosh, Zuzu's awesome.
There's a lot of personality in that dog.
Oh my gosh. If you're watching this morning, it's our Wet Nose Wednesday with Steve and Jessica, and we're featuring the Stafford SPCA with Allison Kleekamp, who is the intake and adoption coordinator for the Stafford SPCA, introducing us to these awesome animals that are up for adoption.
and look at that pose. That dog knows what he's doing. That dog knows. Styling and profiling for the camera. I love it. Let's transition to a cat. I think we're going to get our first cat in here, and I'm a cat guy. It is this cat? Is it Dancy or is it? Am I getting the name right?
Dancy Felts, the gray one.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wow.
Dancy Felts. We love the name. Dancy Felts is one of our more affectionate cats. So she is constantly rubbing up against the kennel, or our doors when you walk by, loves people. When you walk in the room, she'll just flop on her side and expose her belly and just ask for pets. So Dancy Felts is, I believe, a 4-year-old domestic short hair. She's gray, and I don't know if we have a photo of her, but she does have what's called a cauliflower ear. So one of her ears is a little crinkled, and that's just due to the cartilage didn't develop properly. But she can still hear out of it. It's fully functional. The only thing with it is that you just sort of have to clean it out a little more than you would regular cat ears. But that's Dancy Felts.
And by the way, on that's a gray cat, and I've read that gray cats generally have a pretty high IQ as far as being an intelligent animal. Have you found that to be the case with Dancy as well?
Yep, Dancy, she's smart. She's the whole package. She's smart, affectionate, she looks good. So yeah, we're surprised that nobody has scooped up Dancy Felts yet.
Wow. And Allison, we're sadly almost out of time already. I wanted to make sure that you included do we have more animals to meet? I know you've got so many there, but we also wanted to make sure that you included what an unbelievable process that you go through before somebody actually is able to adopt an animal through the Stafford SPCA, because you even do house visits.
Yeah, so we have quite the process in order to find forever homes for our animals, and we do that because our goal is to find forever homes for our animals. And that requires doing a lot of work. So how our adoption process works is you go in, you fill out an application, we look over it. If it looks good, we call you up for a phone interview. If that goes well, then we schedule a meet and greet, and that's the time where you actually get to meet the animal, see if you guys click and mesh and all that good stuff. And then after that, the last step is I go to your home and do a home inspection. And that's just to make sure it would be an adequate home that will be able to meet the needs of that specific animal. And so it's quite a thorough process, but because of that process, we have a return rate that is less than 1%, which I don't think a lot of shelters can say.
That's
so
big.
We're really proud of that. Yes.
That is really big. And let's squeeze one more cat in. Let's balance the equation. We had a couple dogs. Let's get one more cat. The name alone, this is Buttermilk. Allison, tell us about Buttermilk, the cat here.
Buttermilk is another crowd pleaser. She is a dilute tortie, also a younger cat. I believe she's 2 years old. She is a cuddle monster as well. When you walk into her cat room, she'll hop right onto your lap and ask for pets. She also is very treat motivated. So all you have to do is shake the treat can and she'll just come running from whatever perch she's on. So she's super affectionate. She does have those beautiful blue eyes. So she's, really quite attractive. And so Buttermilk is also another great cat that we're looking to find a home for.
And you said you had 16 cats in house that we're trying to rehome right now?
Yes, we currently have 16 cats, varying ages, different coat patterns. We have a great variety. So all you have to do is go to our website and look through our pictures. And if you see one that you're interested in, you can go ahead and give us a shout out. You can email us at adopt@staffordspca.org. You can also give me a call at 540-657-7387, and we can go from there.
Awesome. And again, your site is staffordspca.org. Allison, thank you for helping us kick off our Wet Nose Wednesday.
Yay!
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Let's get some homes for these cats and dogs.
Yes, let's do it. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Allison. Wow.